I don't know if that has more to do with cheese or twisty fabric. I just don't know.
And now it's time for TPRQ's Jacques Online.
Alright, am I on? Greetings, Terrans. Terran is the new word for Earthling, someone who lives on Terra Prime. That's our planet. So, greetings, Terrans. My name is Jacques Nechques, and this is the inaugural show of Jacques Online. You've been watching a version of Jacques Online this whole time, but now we've got an official title. The powers that be at TPRQ have decided to name this show Jacques Online. And on Friday evenings, we will be airing the new show, Week in Review. And on that show, we will touch on topics of interest, what occurred through the previous week. Give you news and commentary. Jacques Online will normally air on Mondays, occasionally Tuesdays, but this week it's airing on Wednesday. And a little aside, the Week in Review is going to probably air on Saturday this week instead of Friday. But hey, TPRQ, Terra Prime, regular quality. We don't strive for excellence, so you look better. All right, let's get right to some of the topics, what I want to discuss today. This week was the anniversary of Columbus Day, and I'm not going to talk about that because there's too many stupid stuff to mention. But I would like to mention the Columbus Day storm of 1962, what happened in the Pacific Northwest, where I abide. And I remember it. I was approximately 3 years old, but I do remember hunkering down in our living room with no power, and the wind was howling, and all we had was a Coleman lamp that was kerosene, so I'm thinking we all could have died. Can't you die from kerosene fumes? I don't know. But we didn't. None of us died. We might have had some brain side effects, though. But anyway, as you can see, these pictures showing some of the damage that happened around here. And actually, the Columbus Day storm started out as a tropical storm with an actual name in it. Stand by. Let me check some of my sources here. Yes, indeed. It was actually originally named Typhoon Frida, according to Wikipedia. And as everyone knows, especially Michael Scott of The Office fame, says, the wonderful thing about Wikipedia is anyone can contribute to it. So you're always guaranteed of the most accurate and up-to-date information. Typhoon Frida. So I don't know why we don't just call it that anymore. We don't. It's more fun to call it the Columbus Day storm, or perhaps the Indigenous Persons Day storm, as everyone wants to switch it to. Indigenous Persons Day? I'm thinking what they should really call it is We Got Here First Day. But that's a whole nother program, is it not? All right. In Weldon Spring, Missouri, it's Missouri to the other 49 states, but the Missourians like to call themselves their state, Missouri. So I'll go along with that. I think people should have the right to what they want to be called, to an extent. Anyway, in Weldon Springs, Missouri, a family was driven from their suburban St. Louis home by thousands of venomous spiders. Ick. They sued and got some money, but the people went bankrupt that they sued, so they don't get no money, and it's a big brouhaha over there in Weldon Springs. Alright, that's all I have to say about that. Jan Hook. Need I say more? I do recall seeing her on Saturday Night Live, and she was wonderful. But the capstone of her actressing career, IMHO, was when she played the tour guide at the Alamo.
Hi, and welcome to the San Antonio Department of Parks and Recreation official Alamo tour. My name is Tina.
Excuse me, Tina, but could we go straight to
I
the...
tell you what, let's hold all questions until the end of the tour, okay?
But
Thank you. This mission, the Alamo, from the Spanish word for cottonwood tree, was established in the year 1718. Upon this battlement in 1836, 200 Texas volunteers, including such heroes as Davy Crockett, Bill Travis, and Jim Bowie, fought off an onslaught of 4,000 Mexican troops under the command of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. At this time, I'd like to conclude our tour, and I mean it, y'all have been one of the greatest groups I have ever worked with, really. Okay, are there any questions? Yes.
where's the basement?
Excuse me?
Aren't we going to see the basement?
There's no basement at the Alamo.
In my opinion, she was brilliant there. Just brilliant, and she will be missed and loved by all of us, although I never knew her. All right, next. We have some very interesting statistics to share with you. We found a website that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. They call it, I don't even know what they call it. Good golly, I am almost incompetent. Almost, but not quite. The website is called Spurious Correlations, and we'll give you the website locale down below here in the comments section. All right. Click on Show More after you click like, and after you subscribe, and after you send me an email. Spurious Correlations, and here is the one that is just amazing to me. There is a direct correlation between the number of pedestrians killed in collision with 2 or 3 wheeled motor vehicles and the age of Academy Award Best Supporting Actor winner. Are you shocked to understand that? I don't even think I can understand that, and I'm shocked. Here's another one. There is a direct apparent correlation between the marriage rate in Minnesota with the number of people who drown after falling out of a fishing boat. Who knew that? Let's try one more. Here's a good one. The per capita consumption of cheese in the United States apparently, spuriously, correlates with the number of people who died by becoming tangled in their bed sheets. I don't know if that has more to do with cheese or twisty fabric. I just don't know. All right, it's time for some good news. Don't we always like just to hear good news? Personally, I like to find the really seedy, delicious stuff, but that's for Week in Review. We'll cover all of the bad news then. This one is really good news. And let me turn to that right now. It was in Michigan, and the headline is, Cop Skips Ticket, instead gives mom a booster seat. Apparently what was happening is this woman was feloniously driving her innocent, helpless child down the road without a booster seat, without a car seat. Most states that's illegal anymore, which is a good thing. We should protect our young. Anyway, the cop pulls her over, gets out his pad and starts, writing up the ticket. And apparently she really laid on the syrup because, I don't know, she started crying, or she's just a good actress, or maybe she was telling the truth, but he bought her story. She said she didn't have enough money to buy a car seat. So he takes her to, what was the store? Walmart, and buys her the car seat. That is heart-wrenching, and it's a good cop story, and I think we need more cops like that. It should be a prerequisite. When they apply for a job as a cop, have you ever bought a car seat for somebody who deserved it or didn't? All right, last but not least, we're going to go to that Ebola story, and it just kind of pisses me off that we're not getting all the information about this. And good intentions aside, people are miscommunicating and people are not getting the information. And I want to specify the part that's when the CDC guy earlier this week says there was a definite breach in protocol, that somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. We have no specifics about what they didn't do that they were supposed to do. So my question to this CDC guy is it not conceivable that everybody did as they were told, but what you told them was inadequate? Sounds like a valid question to me. But we're not getting any answers. Nobody wants to say what it was that she did that was wrong. And I'm thinking that's because she didn't do anything contrary to how she was trained. But the CDC said, oh, there was a definite breach in protocol. Perhaps the protocol was what was lacking. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's just check to make sure we covered all of our stories today. Columbus Day Storm, spiders, Jan Hook, spurious stats, cop buys Ebola car seat. No. Cop buys the car seat for the Ebola, for the child who couldn't afford it, and CDC Ebola scam. Ebola Gate, I think is what we should call it. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm sure you've been informed and entertained. I know I have. And I hope you'll be with me. Again, it should be Friday night, but it'll probably be more like Saturday night. Saturday night, we're going to have a lot of cool graphics and stuff. Oh, you're going to love it. Because as they say at TPRQ School of Netcasting, graphics makes the show. Never mind content. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Jacques Nechques with Jacques Online. Please comment. Please give me a thumbs up. Please email me. Love. Be the good person that we at TPRQ know you want to be. And that means love me. Sacrificially, unconditionally. That means subscribe and comment. And by the way, if you came to this show via a link on Facebook, it's really, really cool that you go back to Facebook and say great things. People have been doing that. Many. So many I can't even number them. 2 or 3 at least. But I can't number them. But also, before you go back to Facebook and say, yeah, that was good, say that here too, would you not, please? Because I'm trying to get people who come from all walks, creeds, and orientations, all right, to here, not just Facebookers. Thank you. This is Jacques Nechques, and remember, today is your day to take out the trash.
This is TPRQ.
Turn this thing off. This whole presentation was recorded on my iPhone. And this laptop computer was camera number 2. Now what do I do? Turn this off.